These are good. I'm in my trailer on set. I just got hair. I didn't need much makeup. Look at this bug. I ate my breakfast. I had an apple. Now I'm eating these sesame things, which are great, and I eat 100 of them. They're not Triscuits. They're sesame. They're the best. I guess I should be more specific. I am in Mississauga. Anything? I'm filming The Horror of Dolores Roach. I just saw Judy Reyes. I just met her. She's in this episode, but she doesn't shoot today. The Basie Center show was amazing, was extraordinary. Thank you. Is it near Hamilton? I was in Hamilton day one, and it started off. I've been a little cranky. The first day they were shooting in Hamilton, and some of you know what my experience with Hamilton did to me. It traumatized me. I was there for like a week or something. It was rough. And look at this bug. I had to go down there and get do for a fitting and for a stunt rehearsal, which is like almost triggering. I'm not in Hamilton. It's between Hamilton and Toronto. Okay. I know you call it the Hammer, but I don't know if that is endearing or bad. Yeah, Mississauga. I've been here all week. I'm filming The Horror of Dolores Roach. Should I throw what's left of what's triggering me? Hamilton. I think I'm going to I do not need to bring a portable record player and some records with me. I'm fine. I could listen to music if I want. I can do a lot of things. I have books, whatever. I do miss Smushy. All right. Let's zap this shit, right? No, that's too long. I'm zapping my Timmies. That's something you only hear in Canada. Oh. Is anybody else zapping their Timmies? I take all my coffee black. I'm in a trailer. Jesus Christ, man. What's going on? I have to stop assuming that that everybody gets on here at the same time. I'm in it. I don't care about it. It's like Dunkin'. It's fine. It gets me going. I mean, it's fine. It takes a little time there sometimes, a little packed. They don't have Dunkin' here. They have Timmy's. Similar. I don't know what a double-double is. The weather up here has been fucking great, though. I'll tell you that right now. And the food on set's been amazing. How often do you hear that? Not in America. Not in America. And I had the makeup guy get me my shit. And I barely used it because I had some, but now I've got a whole... These are the little joys. Now I get to take this home. This is a whole thing of the stuff I use on my face. I still got these. They gave me a gift pack. And I still have them. Because I took them to the trailer and I didn't eat them. I only ate like 5. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving to Canada. Okay, maybe I ate more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Definitely ate more than 5. How did that happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I ate 8. Over time, though, not all at once. But also, I could also eat these. These aren't very fun. Oh. That cream is sold out everywhere? What do you mean that cream? This t-shirt? I'm not doing any sets at the Comedy Bar. I leave tomorrow. It's not spinach. Oh my God. You know, sometimes people make comments and I'm like, what planet do you live on? It's fucking, it's nori. It's like the seaweed that they wrap sushi with, basically. Everybody's freaking out about my watch. I've had this watch for like a year. Strat or Telly. I don't like do either or questions. I have both. I understand both of them. I've been playing Gibsons more though. They're not kale chips. They're seaweed. They're not spinach, not kale chips. Yes, nori. Oh, Rob Schneider is fucking hilarious. That almost should get blocked. That's almost like trolling. Am I excited for Vegas? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who's going to open for me because I'd rather have an opener in a club because those late shows can be gnarly and I might as well take a little fucking weight off of my shoulders on the Friday, Saturday late shows so I don't have to do an hour and a half. Though I could do whatever I wanted actually, but it might be nice to bring somebody. Maybe I'll bring Scalero. He's about to move. Life's not easy for him. And he's truly a funny motherfucker. Brian Scalero is one of the most naturally funny fuckers. He's like classic cranky fuck. But like funny cranky. Not like annoying cranky like me. Paulie could open for me. He could, but I don't know. I just don't need that energy right there all the time. I just saw him the other night. He kissed me on the forehead. Bobby Lee's not an opener. He actually though, time-wise, he might be. I mean, he would probably have no problem doing that, but it would be hard to follow. Bobby's like pretty explosive. Laura might be good. I'll ask her. I'll ask Bites. But she's headlining too, so it's not like a theater gig. I just don't know why a club comic who's already headlining would want to open for me at a club. Scalero might because he could use the bread. But I do like to have the ladies open for me. Yeah, have Carrot Top come down. How much of my trunk of shit should I bring? Just bring. I guess you could. How long do you want me to do? I don't know, 4 props worth? Esther can't do it. Dave Ross. Yeah, he's all right. Fahim's kind of headlining. Fahim would probably do it, but he's really fucking funny. I don't need it to be a rock show before I go on. Esther's sort of perfect for me. Kevin Christie was okay. Who's on my call sheet? Justina. Is it Machado or Mikado? I guess I could ask her. Margaret Cho, no. It's just the two of us today for most of it. Up until lunch. They're shooting the scene that I'm in with the prop people. Sovereign. We don't really talk anymore. That kind of fell away. Machado. Okay, cool. I don't do 2 hours on death. Maybe 20 minutes on death. How many pages? We're just doing one big kind of physical scene that requires stunt doubles. So they're shooting that now. Sam Talent. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to come down, it's really a matter of who will drive out to Vegas. They could either drive out with me, or it's just, Talent's a lot too. Sam's a lot too. I like the show to have a nice kind of build. I don't need to me. Here's Marc Maron. Yeah, there's an intimacy coach. Don't need a stunt cock. I'm using my real cock. I don't bring a guitar on the road. I've interviewed Duff. WTFpod.com/podcast. I drink my coffee black. Santino's definitely a headliner. Andrew Santino is not going to open for me. I wouldn't ask him to. That's sort of like the full bro arc. Me and Santino. Bamford might be a good one to revisit. I kind of agree with that. I didn't listen to Arcade Fire's new album. Steve-O. No. That poor concussed motherfucker. Sam Morril. No, I think he's doing his own thing. I'm not going to ask a headliner to open for me in a comedy club, really, when they're headlining. Headliners, I don't think it's lack of respect to ask a headliner to open for you in a theater, but I think it's a little much too. I've interviewed Nate Bargatze maybe twice. He used to open for me. WTFpod.com/podcast. I don't think Annie would open for me at a comedy club. Fahim might do it. Atsuko. I'll ask Atsuko. I'll ask her. I haven't listened to Mars Volta in a long time. I'll ask Atsuko. I'll ask her. Who opened for me in Vancouver? Oh, well, that was Cameron Esposito. Yeah, she was trying to... She was trying to do some new stuff. She's definitely a headliner. Stitcher does change tomorrow. And I guess the information will be on WTFpod.com on the homepage there. Yeah.
Maximum 15 minutes away from traveling.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so I got to strip. Do I have a bathrobe? All right. Okay. Maximum 15 minutes away from traveling. I have done a full hour with Laura Keitlinger. She also might be good, but I don't know what she's up to. Because it's like, for me, like, Vegas is sort of like an easy kind of LA gig, in terms of like just getting out to Vegas. I'd interview Bono. I'd interview that fucker. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. I will follow. Didn't I interview Dean? I interviewed Dean Ween, didn't I? Or did I interview Gene? First I Live in a wee while. Yeah, except for yesterday. What do they mean, traveling? Yes, walking to the set. Don't love you too? Well, then there's something wrong with you as a person. You don't have to love them. But despite how annoying Bono is, and arguably The Edge too, just how gratingly earnest and sort of, flaunting they are. There's a couple U2 albums that are for real. I mean, serious, man. When the Joshua Tree came out, there was nothing bigger than that record. I mean, Jesus Christ. What's that other one? I even like It's a Beautiful Day. That song, it's In a Little While on It's a Beautiful Day. In a little while. And what's the other one? Something Station, or not Zoo Station. What's the one they did in Berlin? What's the album that they did in Berlin trying to sort of pick up on the Bowie fumes? I'd love to have Larry on, but it doesn't happen. Two hearts beat as one. Not War. No. Not going to interview Bob Geldorf. I fell asleep in the middle of saying his name. Achtung Baby. That fucking record? That's a good record. But if you listen to In a Little While, I heard that when Joey Ramone was dying of cancer, that he listened to In a Little While on repeat. That kind of gives that song a little more depth, doesn't it? Achtung Baby's a great fucking record. Bono has been married to his wife for over 40 years. Well, that's a woman who can take a lot. Wow. That's a lot to deal with for 40 years. I tell you, that Irish persecution complex, runs deep. I like David. Damien Gerardo. I like his shit. David Bazin. Is he Pedro the Lion? Is that David Bazin? Their earlier garage band days records were fantastic. You mean like Boy? Is that considered garage? That doesn't sound like garage to me. That was definitely new wavy. Can you imagine living with Bono for 40 years? Wow. Like, I'm just thinking about like doing an hour and a half with him, and it's like, I think I can get through that. Some say U2 is a Christian band. I don't know. What made me wonder about that? There's that song he did with B.B. King. I Did What I Did Before Love Came to Town. Yeah, that B.B. King had said something about Bono, that he was surprised about how deep that song is. I don't even know if it's on a U2 album. Is that, When Love Came to Town? I did what I did before love came to town. And then it's like fucking BB on that guitar. Probably, the best BB for me. Is that on a U2 record, though? What record is that on? It feels like it was like on one of those, benefit records. But that seems to me to be a Christian-ish song. It's a B.B. King song. I think it's on Rattle and Hum. It's not a B.B. King song. I do think it's a. I think it's a Bono song that B.B. King covered. Am I wrong? It almost sounds like a traditional song, like a blues song, but did Bono write it? Could somebody live Google? This is live Google. Welcome. This is where I just ask people watching me to look things up. Write that down. That's a great idea for a show. But BB, he wrote it for BB King. Yeah, that's it. BB was sort of like, that's some deep shit. And I think when BB says it's some deep shit, we can all agree it's some deep shit. You've all seen that letter from Captain Beefheart to Bono. Yeah, Bongo. Yeah. This is a mini series I'm working on. Timmy's. Irish women don't take any shit. I guess that's relative, isn't it? Codependency is a tricky thing. Either Irish women don't take too much shit, or they take all of it and carry it and mold it into something else. Like a quiet hammer. Oh no, 15 minutes in like set talk? Yeah, I would hope that women don't take shit. I can't quiet hammer. Did I just say that? Write that shit down. Is today going to be better on set? I think so. It's a different director. Like I was talking to Justina about it. It's like I'd rather, if I'm going to be cranky, I'd rather it be about in reaction to something, like a direction or like, but I'd rather have that kind of like, it's like Bradley Whitford was talking about, when you're told to do something and you're like, I don't want to do that. And then you sort of realize like, well, I'll do it because, you're the director. But when a director's sort of like, okay, we're going to try this thing. I don't know if we've got it all together. Wait, I don't know if we're going to do that. Like, and then I'm like out of my mind. This sort of nebulous, indecisive vibe makes me more angry than someone saying like, I want you to stand on your head and try to pee or something, And I'm like, how is that going to work for this take? It's like, well, we can do the one the way you want to do it, but then I'd like you to do one standing on your head and peeing. All right, fine, fuck it. Like, I'd rather that kind of angry than. So, do you think it would work better if we stood on your head and peed, or should we try it? I mean, I'd like to try it. Like, just make a fucking decision. It's not even too many chefs in the kitchen. It's a communication breakdown of some kind. Sometimes it's hard. I'm not that great a decision maker. No, I've been here for days. I got on set on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's my third day on set. Are you able to calm people down when they get cranky? I over cranky them. It's something I learned from my mother. It was put in place a long time ago. I can tell you that story. I've told it before. But I think it's a very disturbing story. But an interesting approach. I think if you, like, someone goes like, fuck this shit, and you're like, yeah, man, fuck it. Then all of a sudden they're like, all right, okay, take it easy. So you go, you go higher. You're like, this is bullshit. You're fucking right, it's bullshit. I'm gonna fucking deal with this right now. And they're like, hey, just make it about you. And then, you see, then they get relaxed. I'm not that cranky though. People, understand me. Yeah, elevate it, and then the original cranky guy would be like, hey, I'm not that fucking crazy. Thank you for saying that about respect. That's very nice. But I don't do that much anymore. I'm not really, I don't know, maybe there's a filter on this that's making me more cranky than I really am. Because I'm not that cranky. Is there a cranky filter on this? So when I was a baby, I guess 2 or 3 years old, I mean, the beard's gonna go, except for the old style. I'm gonna go back to the original. The patch and the mustache. I'm tired of this fucking beard shit. I'm fighting the urge to, kind of really go short on my head. So when I was like 2 years old, apparently what happened was somehow or another, I fell and hit my head on a table and I was crying. When my mother saw what was happening, she went over and slammed her head into the table. So we were both crying. As opposed to just, say, it's okay, I love you, and huggy. No, she slammed her head into the table. So I imagine that was sort of jarring as an infant to be like, why is mom sad? What happened? What was that? And when I talked to her about it, she's like, I wanted to know how it felt. It's absolutely a true story because my aunt told me. Yeah, it was about her. Look, man, why would someone make that story up? Like, it's one of those weird details that's sort of like, it would take too much to make it up. Do you know what I mean? The creativity it would take to make something weird as that up, it just doesn't. That explains a lot. Okay, here's a couple other classics from my mother. And these are from the last 10 years or so. I don't think, Mark, I don't think I could love you if you were fat. That's a good one. And then there was the one where she was just sort of like, Mark, when you were a baby, I don't think I knew how to love you. So those are good. So the hitting the face on the table, I don't think I could love you if you were fat. And when you were a baby, I don't think I knew how to love you. Well, thanks for that info, Mom. That's great. Good to know at this later juncture. I could have told you that. Yeah. My mom's a real stunner. I should call her. What day is it? Is it someone's birthday? What day is today? July what? July 1st? What is it, 30th? What day is it? I should fucking get undressed. Did my mom do Valium or Quaaludes? My mom was for years a professional anorexic person, and she still sort of is. Now she's more of a hobbyist because she's older and can't exercise as much because she's dizzy all the time. This explains the problem with attachment. Fear of crazy. Yeah, but it goes both ways. I get totally attached, and then I realize, like, oh, you should be afraid. You should be very afraid. That's usually about a year or two into a relationship, and when I realize that. No prosthesis. Gonna go with the what was my relationship like with my dad? Nervous. Yeah. Recreating the trauma. What am I filming? The Horror of Dolores Roach. I've been to Toronto before. Was she like that with my brother too? I think she was a little worse with my brother because my brother cried all the time, so she would just like lock him in a room. Not lock him in a room, just let him cry in a room. Turns out he was lactose intolerant. He's okay. My brother's okay. We both have. Am I afraid of dying? I mean, if I really lock into thinking about it, I am. Like right now, I'm not. Both of us have these deep fucking, anorexic issues, food issues, and fat issues. But like other than that, we're okay. Yeah, my brother's all right. I tried to get Ice Cube on. I've tried to get, I don't know. Yeah, I could talk to more rappers. My mom's mom was a very large presence. Sweet. Thank God for my mom's mom. Grandma Goldie. Dr. Ruth would not be a good interview. I don't think. I've requested Kendrick. I don't think that Canada is having the same air issues. I don't know. Kevin Hart has been on maybe twice back in the day, but before he became a motivational speaker. And a guy who figures out a way to hustle himself into everything of every kind. Why are we not selling food yet? How come I don't have restaurants? That guy's a guy. Big entrepreneur there. I don't know, Gervais I don't think he's interested. Bella Fleck wants to come on, but he sent me all his records. I've really got to lean into it. I don't know why I'm resistant, but I'm in touch with Fleck. I don't want a record player in here. I'm not that fucking weird. I would definitely not interview Jordan Peterson. There's no reason to interview hucksters. Misogynistic hucksters. Preying on the broken egos of angry, desperate men. Mike Patton's not really, he's not out in the world doing shit like this. It's not really his bag. I've interviewed Duff. Hannah Einbinder, I don't think she wants to come on. It's a different kind of angry and desperate. We're all kind of angry and desperate, but good try at the trolling. Saltz he would probably be a good guest, yeah. I'm not nervous with the camera on, no. I don't notice the camera. I think that's 80% of acting, is being able to do it without noticing that you're surrounded by people. I think I've had Mark Ronson. I don't know who that is. Not the writer. No tread. Yeah, the United States is falling, and it's horrendous. Mike Watt's been on. I don't need to interview Warren Haynes, I don't think. I don't know his shit enough, and I know he's a good player and everything, but I don't know. I do have AC in my house. Q Free Thong is right. Gaga would be good. Evan Dando, why? I've had Brad Garrett on. A. Whitney Brown might be interesting just because, like, you know, he's kind of mythic. Any favorite poets? Yeah, a few. David Lynch would be good. Kit the cat lady loves David Lynch. I've had a lot of female voices on lately. How about you check out the podcast before you talk about amplifying female voices like I'm part of the fucking problem. 2 women on this week. I've been very diligent about that shit. So go check it out. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
What's up?
I'm here to check on you, make sure you have all your pieces, you feel safe and secure in your costume.
Yeah. I feel safe and secure, I think. I'm not in it.
Comfortable and you have all that you need.
Yeah, I got a robe and I got I'll get my sandals and stuff.
All right, perfect. Then you're good to go.
We're ready. We're doing it?
In a couple. Yeah, in just a couple of minutes, we're going to invite you to the set to watch the stunt, and then we're going to play you shortly after that.
Didn't we just watch the stunt?
Yeah, just they want you to be they just want you to be there for the stunt. Then I think after they're done watching you watch the stunt, then they're gonna play you.
Okay.
Okay.
Safe and secure just because I'm going to be naked. Couple minutes, that's a half hour. All right. Well, I guess I better deal with this. Are any of us safe and secure? Are any of us safe and secure? Really? All right. Buddha face. Bye.